Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today GBX just filed their Q3 2026 10Q, and I'm seeing a major shift in their manufacturing segment that you need to know about. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. It looks like the company faced some serious headwinds in manufacturing this quarter, and while leasing is holding steady, it is not enough to offset the drop. So this is Greenbrier Companies Incorporated's quarterly report for the period ending May 31, 2026. They are a big player in the railcar industry, designing, building, and marketing freight railcars and parts, and they also have a leasing and fleet management business. Looking at their balance sheet on May 31, 2026, their total assets were about $4.3 billion. This is pretty stable compared to August 2025. What is interesting is their leased railcars for syndication more than doubled, going from $225 million to $426 million. This suggests they are actively moving railcars into their leasing business for future sale, or lease. Now let's jump into the income statement. This is where we see a big change. For the 3 months ending May 31, 2026, total revenue was $576.5 million, a big drop from $842.7 million in the same period last year. Most of this drop came from their manufacturing segment, which saw revenue fall from $793 million to $529 million. This revenue drop really hit their profitability. Their overall margin percentage fell from 18% in 2025 to just 14.1% in 2026. The manufacturing margin specifically plunged from 15.2% to 9.9%. This means for every dollar of manufacturing sales, they are making far less profit than before. Digging into the manufacturing segment, revenue dropped by 33.3%. And what is really concerning is that their earnings from operations plummeted by almost 70%. They delivered 2,000 fewer railcars this quarter compared to last year. That is a 38.5% decrease in deliveries, which explains a lot of the decline. It seems like an unfavorable change in the product mix they are selling also contributed to the lower profit margins. On the brighter side, their leasing and fleet management segment showed more stability. Revenue only dipped slightly by 3.9%, and earnings from operations actually increased by 24.5%. This segment is becoming more important as a counterbalance to the struggles in manufacturing. They are seeing higher lease revenues due to growth in their fleet and better lease rates. Across the company, selling and administrative expenses decreased by 16.2%, mainly due to lower employee-related costs. This is a positive sign that they are managing their overhead. They also saw a healthy increase in net gain on disposition of equipment, up to $6 million this quarter compared to $7 million last year. This is largely driven by selling more assets from their lease fleet. Interest and foreign exchange expenses went up slightly, by $3.3 million. This is mostly due to currency fluctuations in places like Brazil and Mexico impacting their US dollar reported results. Their income tax expense decreased significantly because their pre-tax income was much lower this quarter. Earnings from unconsolidated affiliates, which includes their share in joint ventures like Axis, were down a bit. This suggests some of their other business partnerships are also facing tougher times. All these factors combined led to a dramatic drop in net earnings attributable to Greenbrier. For the 3 months ending May 31, 2026, net earnings were $18.9 million, a sharp decline from $60.1 million in the prior year. Diluted earnings per share fell from 1.86 to just $0.60. Looking at the 9-month period, the trend is similar but even more pronounced. Revenue is down 24.6% to $1.87 billion. The margin percentage dropped from 18.7% to 13.6%. Manufacturing revenue is down 26.1%, and earnings from operations in manufacturing are down a staggering 66.9%. They delivered over 5,000 fewer railcars in the first 9 months of 2026 compared to 2025, a 32.7% drop. The leasing and fleet management segment is holding up better, with earnings from operations up 24.5%. This highlights the growing importance of their leasing business for overall company health. A big factor in the improved leasing segment earnings was a significant increase in the net gain on disposition of equipment, more than doubling to $36.7 million as they sold more assets from their lease fleet. For the 9 months ending May 31, 2026, net earnings attributable to Greenbrier were $70.3 million, a substantial decrease from $167.3 million in the same period last year. This translates to diluted earnings per S-share of $2.21 compared to $5.18 the previous year. Now, let's talk about their cash situation. In the 9 months ending May 31, 2026, net cash provided by operating activities was only $8.1 million, a huge drop from $167.7 million last year. This is mainly because of lower earnings and changes in working capital. Their investing activities were more positive this year, with net cash provided by investing activities at $16.5 million, compared to a net use of $127.5 million last year. This improvement came from selling more assets like railcars from their lease fleet, which brought in significantly more cash than they spent on new capital expenditures. Financing activities show they used less cash this year, primarily due to an increase in borrowing. As of May 31, 2026, they had about $273.7 million in cash and cash equivalents. They also have substantial borrowing capacity still available under their credit facilities, with over $613 million in available borrowings. This suggests they have enough liquidity to manage their operations in the near term. Looking at risks, the company highlights ongoing uncertainty with global trade policies and tariffs, which continue to affect demand and costs. They are particularly concerned about a recent determination by US Customs and Border Protection regarding freight rail couplers, where they may have evaded duties. They've appealed this determination, but the outcome is uncertain and could lead to significant charges. This is a pretty serious issue that could impact their financials negatively. There are no new trading plan arrangements mentioned for officers or directors, which is fairly standard. On the positive side, they did recently amend and restate their credit agreements. This shows they are actively managing their debt structure and have access to ongoing financing. So, what is my take on all of this? Greenbrier is feeling the pinch in its core manufacturing business, largely due to fewer railcar deliveries and a less profitable product mix. The leasing segment is performing well and providing a buffer, but it is not enough to fully compensate for the manufacturing challenges. The company has made efforts to control costs and manage its cash flow, and their credit facilities provide some breathing room. However, the ongoing trade policy uncertainties, and specifically the freight coupler investigation, present significant risks that could lead to material financial impacts. The risk I am watching most closely is the outcome of that US Customs and Border Protection investigation, because it could result in substantial unexpected costs. What I am actually looking for is a clear recovery in manufacturing demand and improved margins to balance the business. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description.